All right. Wasn't sure I was going to do it, but if anybody's interested, I'm going to do a round recap, U.S. Open Finals. Just talk you through a little bit about how I hit it. Not only that though, like kind of where my thoughts were as I was going through the round. Obviously, it's a crazy event. Um, a lot of pressure, a lot of good players, 66 players for 3 spots. So, started off on number one, nervous, for sure, just like any time on the first tee, nervous, but hit a good one, sent it up the left side, just barely in the rough, like right here above the bunker. Pin was cut way left. I had like kind of a schmooey lie and didn't want to, I knew it had no stopping power. I ended up hitting a really good shot from like 80 yards to like 20 feet. And this was, first putt of the day, rolled it by like 3 feet and then just missed it. Just flat out nervy miss. So obviously not a terrible start. Hit a good drive, hit a good second shot, hit both full swings, beautiful. First putt was fine. Just missed a short one, which is concerning right off the rip. Now, in my head, I was like, well, you're probably going to do that some point during the day, but don't want to lead with that. But second hole's a par five, a little bounce back, just hammered a drive down the middle. Pin was way in the front. I hit a 6-iron, I think, just all over it. Probably landed right next to the hole and rolled to the back. Not all the way back, but like 40 feet past on the green, putting for eagle. Rolled that down there to like 4 feet. So after just missing a short one, 4-footer tester, made it birdie. So I'm like, okay, here we go. We can play this. We can do this. Next hole's long par 3, 250, just a beast. Kind of in between 3 and 4. Decided to hit the 4. I nuked it, hit it really good, but it just kind of caught this hill and rolled down to the front. So I was just off the green with the false front here. I elected to putt it, kind of hammered it like 8 feet by and then missed it. So, I wasn't super worried about it. Bogeying a 250-yard par 3 doesn't really bother me too much. Next hole is kind of a drivable one. And my game plan was to just send it. I did. I sent it. I got it like right up into here. Hit a really good drive. Pin was way in the back. Chipped it. Pin was in the corner here. I left myself like 15 feet from the fringe. Just putt from 15 feet. And missed it. Went to the next hole. And hit a good one here. This hole's way uphill. Just hammered it down the middle. I think I had 7-iron left. Hit it right at it. Hit it to like 7 feet. Great shot. And missed it. Let me know if you notice a theme here. Oh, let me go back the other way. Sorry. Google Maps acting up. Come on. There we go. On to the next hole. It's a 511-yard par 4 uphill all the way. So this hole's a monster. Once again, just really good tee shot up the gut, down the middle. I think I hit 6-iron on the green, 30 feet, 2-putt, par. Good, no big deal. Turn around to the next hole. Next hole is like got this really severe slope across anything left or short rolls all the way to the very bottom. It's super severe. Pin was in the middle. I was trying to miss it just right. I did. I hit it to like 30 feet right of the hole on the green. Nice 2-putt there for par. Go to the next hole. Let's see. Oh, this next hole is a monster. So 625-yard par 5, just a beast. Not much wind in the morning. Hit a good tee shot right down the middle in the fairway. Couldn't really go for it. I had like 290, and it's like you can see there's like a lake. Like it's just real narrow here, so I didn't go for it. Pin was all the way in the corner. I just laid up to like here, hit a wedge. Pretty good one. Hit it to like 20 feet. Missed it. Par. That's a tough par 5 to get. Like most of the time par 5s you can have a chance of getting there, but just for me, I'm not the longest hitter, but I don't think very many people were on. I bet almost nobody in the field was on in 2 on that hole. Then we make a switch over here to 9. Once again, hit a good drive down the middle. Pin was right where these people are standing. I hit a good, I think it was a gap wedge, landed pretty close to the hole, but spun off the front and 2-putted from the front fringe from like 25 feet. So after the front 9, I shot 37. I didn't really know what I was at, but that's what it was at. And felt like I hit it pretty good for the most part, just a little, didn't make any putts, but didn't really hit any bad shots full swing wise. 2 bogeys and a birdie. So going to 10. Mediocre tee shot here, hit it into the left rough. It was just barely in the rough though, it wasn't too bad. And this is my first really bad swing of the day. I don't know why, like the guys in my group were like standing right here a little bit ahead of me, and they were fine. Like they weren't doing anything wrong. That's a totally fine place to stand. But I remember like taking it back. I'm like, don't shank it. And so that's not the thought. I snap hooked it back by this tree. Pin was in the front, and this is all just way downhill. I just had no shot. I hit a really good pitch, but it just rolled, 15 feet past, missed it, bogey. So kind of a bad mental error there. Just what kind of thought is that? Don't shank it. Come on, I don't shank it. Why would I think that? One of these days I'll learn. Next hole is over here actually. It's kind of crisscrossy here. Next hole is a par 4. I hit, once again, good drive right down the middle. I think I had like 137 left. Pin was right over the bunker, and I stuffed it, hit it to like 7 feet, made it for birdie. So I guess at that point I was 1 over on the front, bogey 10. I'm like, 1 over. And just kind of waiting at this point. Like in my mind, I'm just like, I'm hitting it good. I'm just gonna, these putts are gonna fall. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. No big deal. Next hole is a really short par 4. You kind of either want to hit it into here. You can't really. I don't really want to try to drive the green, even though it's probably almost drivable. Just because all this native area. My goal is to hit it into here, which leaves a little bit of an awkward distance because this is a really elevated green. This bunker is huge. But then your only other alternative is to lay it back here. So my plan, I hit mini driver up into here, and I think I had like 40 yards and hit a really nice, zippy, spinny, high 40-yarder to like 5 feet. Just, a good shot. What can I say? And then I missed it. So I think I left it short of all things. Straight uphill 5-footer, left it short. So par, bummer. And then, so I'm just like, as soon as this putter gets going, we're still okay. Got up on this next hole, and this is where things started to take a turn for the worse. I was aiming right over the bunker, hit a really bad, just mishit it, hit the heel. It had this fade on it, kind of curled and splashed, and definitely didn't cross the hazard. It crossed the hazard like right here. So like I was either re-teeing, or I walked up here and found some like patch of mud and took a drop that just embedded, and then just whacked like a 9-iron out of here over to where my tee shot should have been, right about here, and then hit it. Hit a pretty good shot to like 15 feet for my bogey and missed it. So double. Now in my mind I'm like, well, that's not the end of the world, but man, we gotta have something go our way. Now I had some par 5s coming up, and like I said, I'd been hitting it good. That was like only the second really bad shot I'd really felt like I hit. Next hole, short par 3, hit a pretty good shot. Pin was in the front, hit it middle of the green, 2-putted for par, no big deal. Next hole, they had us up a tee. I think it was a mistake on their end. They had us up a tee. So I hit mini driver, and I just thumped it down the middle, dead center of the fairway. Pin was right in the very front, and I hit a 6-iron just right at it. I think it landed like right on it and went about 20 feet past. So I had 20 feet for eagle. Didn't make it, 2-putted, but birdie. I'm like, all right, let's keep it going. Next hole, super short par 5. And I just pushed my tee shot a little bit. It was on the grass, it was fine, but it was like right here in this little cubby, and like this bush was right in my way, this bush was in the way, so I couldn't do anything except it was a bummer. I mean, I'm in the rough, but I hit it to like here. I hit like a 50-yard pitch to there, which left me 200 yards still, and then I didn't hit a very good one. It wasn't the worst shot. I had a funky lie, like this was real slopey. Ball was like 4 inches below my feet. Pin all the way in the back. I hit it, kind of whiffed it over to here, just in the fringe, and then hit a really nice pitch to a foot and made it. So far doing good. I mean, outside of the double, really, I'm just doing okay. I just haven't made anything. And then this is where it got real. So, this is where This was where it got real. This par 3, it was like 200 roughly. Pin was in the back left. I hit 6-iron. I was aiming about here, about just left of center of green. I was definitely aiming right at the flag, but I double crossed this thing bad, big hook, and I hit it right here, right on the left side of this tree. I didn't know at the time. I knew it was in the native, so I hit a provisional, and I hit that one pretty good. I think I hit it to like 5 or 10 feet. I remember walking up thinking, man, maybe, I don't know if I want to find that first one. The second, my provisional's good. But it was sitting, you could see it plain as day from the green, and it was dead. It was dead. Basically, it was this tree, sorry. It was right here, this tree. So 2 clubs either way. So I could swing at it, but and my first initial impression was to like try to just putt it under the branches into here and try to get it up and down, or maybe even get it to the green with a putter. But like the branches were like 1 inch off the ground, right? Really close to the ground. So I was like, if this ball takes any bounces and hits a branch, I'm in the tree now and I'm in big trouble. Like there's no swings. It's for sure unplayable. So I knew I couldn't go this way. I looked behind me, and this tree's kind of tall. Like there's nowhere behind that I could have gone that was any good. Like it's tree, it's bush, it's mud, so there's no way this way. 2 club links either way didn't get me around this bushy tree. And so I elected to take a swing at it, and I was trying to hit it to this little opening right here. And I didn't quite get it far enough. I kind of flubbed it and ended up like right here. So I had this tree branch still in the way. I tried to hit it under that branch. It hit the branch. Instead ended up right here. I got in there and snuggled into the tree and got it out to like here, and then chipped it to 6 inches and made it for a 6. And then that was the point in the round where I knew things were cooked. Just made a double and a triple on the same 9. When you're in a field of strong players for 3 spots, there's just, it's not going to happen. I didn't know what the number was, and I didn't know where I was, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. Sorry, I had a phone call during the video there. Anyway, where am I at? I'm at 17, just made terrible triple. A little shook up, kind of coming to grips with the fact that it's definitely not happening. And I pulled driver here, and I just hit the toe. Nothing else I can say about it. I hit the toe, and it started hooking. Hit a provisional. I found my first ball like right here. It was inbounds by like a step and up against this like light pole. So I got free relief. So I took a drop in the mud right there and hit a really good shot out of the mud to like front of the green and chipped it to 6 inches and made it for par. And that was the end of round 1. I didn't know what I shot. I didn't even add it up, but I knew it was probably over. So, had about 20 minutes to eat lunch. Let me just make sure this is recording. Yep. 20 minutes to eat lunch or so, and then it was back to number 10. I'm gonna blaze through round 2. Now, in my mind, I knew I was out of it, but I still wanted to put up a good number. I knew, people were following online, and I was just dissatisfied with the first round, and I knew I could do better, and I was just, game plan was just to go out and try to, shoot under par and put up a respectable score. Teed off on 10. We started on 10 on the second round. I'm just going to blaze through this really fast, but nuked it down the middle, dead center. Didn't want to go long left, kind of left it short right. Hit a really good chip to 6 inches. Knocked it in for par. Went to 11 over here. Another good drive down the middle. Stuffed it to like 10 feet. Missed it. Went to the next hole. Hit mini driver again down the middle. I had 50 yards, hit it to like 8 feet, missed it. Next hole, this is when I first doubled. I did the opposite. I pulled it into these trees just in the rough. It was fine. It was like right here. And hit it to maybe 20 feet, missed it. Went to the next hole. Where am I here? Next hole is the par 3, that's right. Next hole's par 3, going through this round quick. Hit 8-iron, pin high, 15 feet, missed it. Next hole, ended up, wind was in, so I hit driver, hit it just in the rough, and I think it was right here actually. Hit it in the rough right here, and it was, I just had the big dead tree in my way, so I couldn't go for the green even though I was only like 220 out, so I had to lay up just over the tree. I hit like a sand wedge to here, and then hit a pretty terrible wedge from 100 yards, just short of the green, but chipped it up to a foot, made it par. Next hole, going back the other way, par 5, decided not to hit mini driver because that was too far. Hit 3-iron, kind of missed it right, wasn't terrible, just a little bit right, kind of in the rough, and once again blocked out by these trees. I was able to hit it a little farther though. I laid it up to somewhere around there, and then hit sand wedge to 10 feet for birdie, missed it. Come to 17, my favorite hole in the world, the one I just tripled not too long ago. Definitely wasn't going to hit it left, blew it way right, anti-left swing after what happened the first day. Hit it to like 60 feet and three putted, unfortunately, second three putt of the day. The first one was a nervy first putt from 20, three putt from 20 feet. This one was just a 60 footer. I hit it down there to 6 feet or so and missed it. Go to 18, and I think I'm all pars up to there, so I think that put me at 1 over, I want to say. Nuked it down the middle, hit it on the green to like 20 feet, missed it, and make the turn at 37. Once again, hit it pretty good this 9. 1 3-putt from long range. Make the turn over to number 1, hit it up the middle, just 1 step into the right rough, hit a good shot to 15 feet, miss it, shocking. I mean, and it's not like I expect to make 15 footers, but maybe once in a while something might go in. Next hole, nuked it down the left side. I was right here, maybe like left of this bunker here. I had a gap. I hit a 6-iron right to the fringe, hit my chip, spun a little too much, caught like the fringe and ended up like 8 feet, even though I was in pretty good shape on this par 5. Missed the 8-footer, and then the rain started coming a little bit, and I got up here, the wind was kind of swirling and starting to get dark. This par 3, I was in between 4 and 5-iron because it was downwind, and I tried to just kill a 5-iron and just totally fanned it, missed it. I was like right here and misjudged my chip terribly. I thought if I landed it on this hill, so all slopes down, thought it would roll all the way onto the green close, but it just died on this hill, and then I blew that one like 8 feet by and missed it. So there was a double bogey. Now at this point, now it's pouring, like legit pouring. So I'm like scrambling to get my gear on, rain shirt or rain jacket, rain pants, everything's, club cover, everything's coming out of the bag. I'm like got my rain pants half on, barely, like not organized at all. I mean, as organized as you can be, but like, you kind of got to hustle, like the group's off the green, you got to play, so you don't have a whole bunch of time to like get all your rain gear on. So all things considered, I hit a good drive to here, just short of the green, chipped, hit it from 50 yards, 40 yards, hit it to like 10 feet, miss it. And then we had one of the guys in the group had like hit a really bad one. So now we're like way behind. So we're hustling, we get to this tee box, and it's pouring, and like I'm not quite ready to hit, but you got to hit, and I just stone cold top it right into this crap. Just haven't done that, and I can't remember how long. Just top a driver. Luckily found it, but it was in a bushy stuff, so I whacked it out of there to here, and then it's just kind of frazzled. It's still pouring. I kind of whiff it into the bunker, and then hit it to 10 feet and miss it. So double bogey there. So now, it's raining. I'm starting to just hemorrhage shots left and right. Still raining on this tee. Hit a good drive up the middle. By the time I get to my ball, the rain is gone. It's now sunny and hot and humid. So we're like shedding layers as fast as we can at this point. Thought I flushed an 8-iron up onto the green here, but it landed short and didn't kick on, even though it all kicks on. It just didn't. Maybe it was because it was wet from the rain. So anyway, I putted it from here, putted it a little too firmly, maybe 10 feet past, miss it. Things are you know, wheels are off at this point, even though, like, I mean, I shouldn't say wheels are off. I mean, I'm trying, but it's just nothing's going my way at all by now. You know, I'm like half in and out of my rain gear. I'm like sweating. You know, this is like hole 30 of a 36 hole stretch, hole 32 of a 6-hole stretch. And got up here and just rolled it. Kind of similar shot to the one I made triple on. Hit it way down into here. Hit a good chip to like 10 feet. Miss it, bogey. Next hole's bombs away, par 5. Bomb to driver. Once again, laid up good. Hit like a 4-iron down into here, and then thought I made my third shot. Stuffed it to like 2 feet. Made it birdie. And then the last hole, you know, just trying to get in the clubhouse. Hammered it down the middle. We were on 9 here. Hammered it down the middle. Hit a gap wedge to 8 feet. Miss it. Par. And that was it. Did my strokes gained report. Tee shots, even though I hit one, I topped one bad in the rain, and I missed one into the lake on the first round, but my strokes gained report, I think I was plus about a shot relative to PGA Tour average. So outside of those 2 swings, and I hit the driver and the mini driver really good. My approaches minus, you know, the report says -2.5 to the tour. Hit a lot of good approaches. Couple of bad ones, but you know, that happens. The big error, you know, was you know, that initial triple bogey that combined with the shot in the lake in round 1 really kind of did me in on the day, and then the rainstorm certainly didn't help coming down the stretch. Putting -1 on the day, like I didn't putt bad. I had a 3 putt from 60 feet and 1 from 20 feet. I made some putts, but you know, just 2 putted a lot. It felt like 2 putted a lot from 10 to 25 feet. Didn't make anything. So, you know, not enough birdies, certainly. You know, the winning qualifying score was 6 under, made it, or went to a playoff. I shot 77, 78, so 13 over. You know, thinking about round 1, 3 bad swings cost me a triple, a double, and a bogey. You know, so that's 77, you know, basically chalk that up to three swings. And then if, you know, obviously if you make a few putts, you're in serious business. So like I said, I hit it. Most of the shots were pretty good, but just enough kind of bad ones, and bad, you know, when you're on a US Open type of setup, with tough hole locations and, you know, some weather and stuff, it doesn't take that bad of a shot to be in some serious trouble. So anyway, I thought I would just put this up if anybody's interested. I'm not going to like share it with anybody, but if you happen to see it and you watch it, thank you so much. Thanks for following along on the line. I know a lot of you did. You know, could feel all the love and support, and I appreciate all of it. I'm in a good mood. I didn't qualify, and I didn't even come close, but you know, I played better than I scored, and I feel good about how I handled the pressure of being there. So that's a wrap.